Ladies and gentlemen, it is the downfall of an asshole. And you know what I always say. Don't love anything if it doesn't have a butthole. Now, companies, they don't have buttholes. So to all the sweet baby fans out there, you guys suck. Don't love anything without a butthole. It's what I always say. It's what I always say, goddammit. Now, there's this company called Sweet Baby. It is this company that a lot of people haven't heard of, me included, until literally a little bit ago when they started getting into all this woke drama, trying to change shit for the sake of wokeness. Wokeness, am I right? So, let's look at the downfall with my boy It's a Gundam. So it's time to get canceled. Me and Gundam together on that cancel gossip train. Let's pull out the ukulele. Let's enjoy the downfall of a fucking asshole company.
Well, it looks like Sweet Baby devs have finally shown their cards.
No!
Well, some were more covert and immediately hid their accounts. Others...
No! No! Montreal! Oh, God, it's always Montreal.
decided to go to war with gamers.
Not war with gamers.
Have you learned nothing from Gamergate? On February 28th, Niche Gamer covered a Steam curator that made it their mission to warn gamers if Sweet Baby Inc. was involved in the creation of said game they're interested in.
Wait, what the fuck? What did Sweet Baby Inc. do to be hated so much?
Keep in mind that this group has a goal of letting people know about the games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on. We are not, in any means, a group that is trying to, bubble Sweet Baby Inc. or even convince people to not buy any game that they are working on. And the group also takes this information directly from Sweet Baby Inc.'s website.
Wait, Sweet Baby Inc. made God of War Ragnarok?
Right. So there's nothing really nefarious going on here. Well, the devs at Sweet Baby Inc. didn't see it that way.
Let's go! Let's go! Dude, I love massive companies shooting themselves in the ass. It's always my favorite thing.
In fact, they didn't take too kindly to this.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. went on Twitter and accidentally showed their folder of lolly horse porn, and it was over!
And did what progressives and the criminally weak always do. Try to drum up a cancel mob. Except this time, they played themselves and only brought more attention to the Sweet Baby Inc. detective.
Such a moron, dude. Literal idiots. They know nothing of what... Oh my fucking god. Like, actual morons, bro. Wait, so there was a massive cancel thread on Steam. Tried to stop people from supporting this company. So what this company said was, go check out this thread and report it. Dude, this is Streisand Effect Mark II.
Delicious. Kyle was among the first to pick up on this, because the dev made the foolish mistake of going after him in the past.
Nux, why have you made 14 videos on the Niji-Sanji situation?
Because the dev made the foolish mistake of going after him in the past.
Vindication!
Working in AAA is fun, because there'll be people dedicated to making right-wing conspiracy.
What? No!
About your job. And that's normal.
Dude, whenever someone tells me that I'm a right-wing conspiracy theorist, even though I'm like the least political guy on the internet, it just means I'm onto something. It just means I'm based.
Life doesn't know how games are made, probably musty, dedicates an inordinate amount of time posting to an audience of nobody about us. Brace yourself.
Dude, you got 30 likes on your first tweet. You're gonna talk to him about posting to an audience of nobodies?
This guy.
All right, little bro.
It might not be him, but it'll be close.
You'd be an expert in harassment, huh, boy? Hope you're as sure as you were that I'm right-wing, musty, and have an audience of nobody. The light's on now, scurry.
Bro! What did he do? Yeah, best response when you get called out by someone, being criticized, I'm like, I think that there's something fishy going on at Sweet Baby Inc. Their response, you literal Nazi, homophobic, alt-right, right-wing conspiracy theorist, head-ass piece of shit.
It's gone. It's all gone.
The Steam curator.
He actually privated his Twitter. What a pussy. What a pussy.
Harassment group, Sweet.
Bro, dude, literal death threats cancel mob. I have never blocked a single person on Twitter. I've never privated my Twitter. Literally. Dude, I've been canceled so many times, and I've never privated, blocked, or anything on Twitter. Like, oh my god.
Baby Inc. Detected is led by a person, Caboostis Rambo. Here's them trying to be slick, so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. Anyway, report the fuck out of this group.
He's such a moron. This guy, this is like literally, he gets the worst oh my god, dude. never have a PR guy that can't handle criticism. He gets criticized once, literally dies. Holy shit. This is pathetic to the extreme. Report the creator because he loves his account so much. Wow.
Interesting. Targeting a minority with a harassment campaign. How progressive of you, Chris. So the guy—
oh shit, he just went there. It's Joe-over. It's Joe-over.
guy who made the group to let people know what games your studio
Montrealer's not eating good today, that's for sure.
is factually working on is the villain. And you trying to get him banned off Steam
What?
and lose all of his games and his 13-year account. You're the hero. Yeah. Chris then
An actual moron. Actual idiot. Holy crap, bro. Guy has a Steam account for 13 years, and you really think you're gonna look good by trying to silence criticism? Who do you think you are, Niji Sanji, that you can get away with it? At least give them 3 hours to sign a binding contract first.
blocked Kaboostis. When someone from Sweet Baby Inc. hates you, it shows that you're probably on the right side.
Wow, that sounds like something an alt-right conspiracy theorist Nazi would say.
Of course, Sweet Baby Inc.'s Chris locked his account right after blocking
No!
Kaboostis. I guess those
His account is locked. How will we ever see what he has to say?
nobodies sure did add up. These people—
Bro, the nobodies. Dude, imagine call someone you have an audience of nobodies, and then they get you in trouble, and then you have to private your Twitter. Bro, you just got bodied by nobodies. He didn't get one guide, he got no guide.
People are always so smug and sanctimonious when they think that they have the upper hand or greater numbers behind them. But once the pendulum swings in the opposite direction, they cry foul and hide their heads in the sand, praying that this all blows over and
I love the Gundam monologues.
they can go back to making crap for video games.
No!
While breaking their arm to pat themselves on the back, pretending that no minority did anything before them. Kaboostis made a Steam back,
What was
pretending
that tweet? After 11 years in this industry, I finally did it. A black character on the front cover of a AAA game. Dreams come true, y'all. Meanwhile, there's like tons of AAA games with black characters on front. Wow, we did it, guys. We won. We won, guys. It's over. We've solved racism.
that no minority did anything before them. Kaboostis made a Steam page for the crime of making a group letting people know what game Sweet Baby Inc. was involved in. And I only wish that Kaboostis made this sooner so I could have known more ahead of time. Because I wouldn't have bought Spider-Man 2 had I known. Within hours, news
Damn.
outlets and online personalities picked up on Sweet Baby's Strongarm tactic.
God damn. Strongarm. I hate silencing shit. It's the worst thing in the universe. I hate the silencing meta that every company feels like they're completely immune to criticism. And if they get criticized by the fact that they are a company and that guy is an individual, I have the right to go ahead and silence them by nefarious means. The best thing the internet has is the idea that anyone can say anything and everyone can hear it. It is really growing free speech on such a wonderful plane. The fact that people can actually see shit and like not need to just blindly believe news outlets that are just propaganda shit piles at this point, right? Dude, every time someone tells me that they get all their news on CNN or Fox News or any of those, I'm just sitting there like, So basically what you're saying is you are in an echo chamber of shit stirrers. Like, bro, dude. It's absolutely insane that everyone loves social media when it comes to promoting their shit or whatever. You make a good game and everyone will talk about it and get it to grow. The only reason why Pal World was as big as it was or whatever is because freaking social media really blew it up. And everyone loves that when it's on your side. But then suddenly, everyone's calling you out and silence him! Silence all of them! Silence them all! Get rid of them! It's like every company feels like they are above the law in that way. And that's why YouTubers are the future. That's why the future is going to be owned by personalities online and not by just big companies that feel like they can get away with all this shit. And it's crazy. It's crazy to watch this shift in the power dynamic shift change because you realize 10 years ago, Sweet Baby would have won. And now that they're doing this and everyone gets to see all of this going on at full display, it's the same as Niji Sanji trying to silence people. It worked for a little bit while a couple people were scared and all it took was one whistleblower and everything's coming out of the woodwork. And you see that, you know, we don't like the silencing tactics. We actually want to know the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, 12 years dungeon, no trials, no lawyers, 12 years dungeon, unacceptable!
They wielded all the power of an emaciated Antifa member on hunger strike. Sweet
Baby Inc. employees advocates for diversity and inclusion while trying to censor a Brazilian user from Latin America. I don't think this will improve their reputation.
No, we only want to advocate for diversity when it can make us money. See, here's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't understand. I've said this before and literally been called a Nazi for this one, which is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite times I was called a Nazi. I should make a list, like a tier list, whole tier list of all the times I was called a Nazi, how much I liked each of those moments. I should do a tier list. If anyone could compile like a whole amount of times I was called a Nazi so I could do that, would be great. But conspiracy hat on, diversity exists in media. I don't think these companies really care that much. Now, I think some do. I think 1 in 4 actually care about what they're promoting. However, I think that 3/4 of people don't actually care. They just want to make money. For example, Sweet Baby Inc. They advocate for diversity so much. They were the first people, even though they weren't, to have a black character on the cover of their video game. But meanwhile, they don't give a shit about censoring, some random guy, even if he's, a minority. Like, they don't give a shit.
Boosters?
They like the idea of diversity, but they don't actually care. They just want to get paid.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not a Latinx. We hate this term. You hear that, Sweet Baby Inc.?
God damn it. God damn it.
Sweet Baby Inc. employees have begun inciting harassment campaigns against the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam curator.
Grum's even stepped in.
Wow, I looked at Sweet Baby Inc. detected, and here are the games they are found linked to this Cancel Pig campaign.
Grum's, for those who don't know, was a Blizzard developer back back when Blizzard was...
The Jew diversity in media is for money? I don't even know what that means. What the hell does that even mean, Chad? Dude, tell me one Jewish character in a TV show that isn't like a slightly overweight guy that's probably a lawyer, that's a little bit balding and kind of like a little bit into money. Tell me one Jewish character in fiction that doesn't fit that exact description, okay? Like, let's be real here for just a second, okay? Average Jewish Harley Quinn? Okay, but Harley Quinn. All right, you got me. It's over. It's over. And true, Harley Quinn is just, the absolute pinnacle of normalcy. So good point. Good point. True.
Actually, this shit, when Warcraft originally launched on PC and everybody lost their lives by playing this game and never going outside.
Everyone lost their lives when this game came out. What the fuck?
And he's been outspoken for years about the dumpster fire that is known as modern gaming. But anyway, his tweet brought something to my attention. 1, Sweet Baby was involved with
Gotham Knights.
I wasn't 100% sure, so I cut a whole segment on
Gotham Knights
from my last video. The fact that they were brought back to work on Sushi Squad after the failure of
Gotham Knights.
Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way they fucked up so badly and then they were brought back. And then they were brought back for Suicide Squad. Dude, Suicide Squad's the worst game of all time. And I'm just saying that for one very simple reason. Because if you title your video Suicide Squad, the YouTube bots flag the word suicide and you can't monetize your shit. Like, if you're gonna make a shitty game that I'm gonna enjoy making fun of, at least call it something that I could put in my video title so I can make fun of it.
Is amazing. 2, they were involved in the worst Bethesda game to date, Starfield. You might think I'm being facetious, but I'm really not. Starfield was so bad.
Okay, my avatar's blocking this little bit here, but I feel like it's prudent to show you what he's saying. What is the context? I know that it's part of a massive game, but I would like to share how much it means as a Jew to see Bethesda have the character Abe Levitz. It's a pretty Jewish name. It's a pretty Jewish name. Use Yiddish words in the game. Yiddish is my family's ancestral languages, and yet I, like so many other Jews, never learned to speak it beyond a dozen or so loanwords. I often think sadly about what it means for my ancestral tongue to be dying. Bro, Yiddish isn't your ancestral tongue. What the huh? Listen, I don't want to put you down or anything. First of all, I speak Yiddish. I know. You wouldn't believe it. I actually speak Yiddish fluently. That was a random lore drop I decided to drop down there. But it's not your ancestral tongue. Your ancestral tongue is a lot more similar to Hebrew than Yiddish. Yiddish was just around by it was used by Jews that were oppressed in Europe. Seeing a depiction of someone 300 years in the future talk about continuing to keep it alive brought a tear to my eye. I really don't think that Yiddish will be around in 300 years. Don't get me wrong, like, it's cute, I guess. Oh my god, it doesn't... What the frick is this? Casual anti-Semitism in Starfield. What? Sorry, I was busy picturing you with a tiny hat on your head. Yo! What? Huh? What? No way. Yo, that's amazing. Oh my god, bro. Anyway, so to be fair, I think Yiddish is a dope language. There's like, I don't think there's any language that's as expressive as Yiddish. But it's not an ancestral. All right. That was a bit of a tangent. It was a bit of a tangent, but the sentence, keep the Yiddish alive, that is not a proper sentence. I'm just saying.
Gave up on fixing it. Let that sink in. People that fix Morrowind threw their hands up at this shit.
Stop them!
3. Forespoken. Oh my.
They made Forespoken? Oh my god. Dude, that's insane. Do they have a catalog of all the most memed shit games of the last decade?
God, the dialogue in that game was so bad, it was painful. Forspoken sold so poorly, it closed down the damn studio that made it. How Sweet Baby walked away from that fire without so much as a scratch is also amazing. Now we've got the Sushi Side Squad failure. Come on now. Okay, here's where the story gets a little interesting and annoying and retarded.
Let's go! That's my favorite triple combo. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So, if you're not in the mood for dumb crap, I suggest you leave. Felix, I featured they, them in my most recent video on Sweet Baby. Well, the links is
I don't know who this person is.
Back again. And, as always, is an absolute bellend. The rap
Wait, what was this?
is back again. And, as always, is an absolute...
Dude, I love bad tweets. Cope and woke are genuinely words I've lost all understanding of, apparently, is what I'm learning. Also, based? Genuinely can't tell you what that means either.
Bellend. The rabbit hole on this human is so deep, I'm not even really getting into it.
We're scratching the surface, then I'm leaving. You want to find out more, you waste your life. I don't get paid enough for this.
Honestly based.
The too long didn't read. Felix was a woman 6 years ago, but now is it they, them. This...
Oh my god.
Bro, why am I doing this? You just want me to get canceled. That's why you want me to watch Gundam cover this stuff. It's like, hey, Nux, you could watch someone else cover this if you want to really know about it, or you could just watch Gundam cover it and get obliterated on Twitter.
Let's just move on.
Here's short fat Taku from 2017 to explain to you the life and times of Felix.
My heartstrings and
Is that
let go.
Maya Kramer?
I just want to hear more about it, and luckily I've got the perfect person to talk to today. I am joined by Felix Kramer, the
It is Maya Kramer.
known as Secret Legend, but you've got some special
Yeah,
announcements.
that's
I
Maya
saw some
Kramer.
secretive
Her,
tweets from
Felix is
the
what she changed her
Twitter
name
account.
to.
Yeah, do you wanna
Why
talk
the
about that?
fuck is
Well,
she
you're
here?
right. We were known
She's
as
like a
Secret
living
Legend, but
hack.
today we're announcing
She's also
a new
gained at least
tunic.
50 pounds since I've last seen her.
Tunic game.
I met her
Okay,
once
not super relevant, but okay.
at a con like 10 years ago. She was actually like a decent human at one point. She didn't like she kind of let herself go, and when she started letting herself go, she went into like the health at any size bullshit. She was like, you know, like it's just natural for women to get fat when they get old. It's like, no, you can work out and just no, you know, it's patriarchy.
Okay, dude isn't exactly the pinnacle of health and fitness himself. I'm just saying.
Patriarchy. It's patriarchy, guys. And then, like,
honestly, a huge surprise.
after she lost all of her natural beauty due to getting fat, she like shaved the side of her head and dyed it green. She started fucking Zoe Quinn.
What's going on? What is this story? What does this have to do with anything? I don't even know why I'm here.
She was one of the people that she cheated on, like Zoe cheated on Aaron with was her.
Now, Brandon Green, welcome. Thank you.
And she now lives in Vancouver as an indie game dev. She works for Silverstring Media.
Is a queer-led video game and narrative design studio.
Oh my god, dude. First of all, I don't even know what that was there for. Not really relevant at all. However, dude, this is such a red flag. I believe in everyone getting equal opportunity to do anything, okay? Whether you're a minority, it doesn't matter what your nationality is or what your sexual orientation is. You deserve to freaking have the right to do whatever the hell you want with your life, okay? All right, you should get the equal opportunity that anyone gets. But when this company is only queer-led, like they are literally focusing on that as their selling point, then there is a big fucking problem. It's like High Guardian Spice. That was also, you know, that was only women allowed. Like, well, then in that case, you're just hiring. Listen, if women are half the population and you're only hiring women, then you're literally only getting half the best writers you could be getting. All right, that's just basic math, and it showed.
Crafting original games, providing services in digital placemaking and storytelling, with leadership based in Vancouver, BC, and a team of diverse talent across
diverse talent across Canada. Bro, maybe just get the best person for the job. okay? And now, if they're a woman, they're a woman. If they're gay, they're gay. But just get the best goddamn person for the job. The hell is this? Queer people are like a small percent of the population. So by limiting yourself to only accepting people that are queer, then you are literally only limiting yourself to accepting, you know, let's say 10% of the good people that you could be hiring. Like, it's just stupid.
Canada, each of us brings a unique voice and multiple values perspectives to the development process.
All right, dude.
And Anita Sarkeesian was a director there.
Everything
no shot.
comes full circle.
Anita Sarkeesian, this is like an absolute dumpster fire. This is the Avenger assemble of like losers.
Those of you guys who have been watching, like who watched our Gamergate videos way back in the day, we had like a big expose on her because she was that fucking ridiculous. You guys all know who Silverstring is, and you guys all know who Zoe Quinn is. She's just part of that shitty crew.
I literally have no idea. I am so out of the loop with this entire situation.
Thank you for the experiences, both of the joy of
and the worst part about her is that she was actually a half-decent human about a decade ago.
Through my head out of nowhere, and I'll never know why.
Dude, that's his thoughts on everybody. Every single person. It's like, what do you think of this person? Oh, total asshole, loser. Totally decent person about a decade ago, though.
I thought she had just like been resigned to obscurity. I never thought I'd actually see her again, ever.
A lot of people,
yeah, she was in the Indefensibles, exactly, yeah.
I get to see a lot of tweets somehow blaming diversity as a reason for layoffs, genuinely as if the economy was doing really great and capitalism simply worked before Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Also, they don't recognize Miles as Spider-Man.
No.
What the frick was that take?
We don't recognize Miles as Spider-Man. That's why it says Miles Morales on every comic book.
God damn it. He's just destroyed. Destroyed.
The weirdest part is when I see these takes from developers or people who have dev bios. At least, I don't know, it seems wild that devs would see thousands of layoffs and blame them not on the industry giants, but instead a 15-person narrative company founded by a black woman.
Well, you know, your company sucks. Yes,
damn, it's over. It turns out it's not actually racism. We are racist against bad products, and if your product is shit, it doesn't matter who you are. See, I believe in gender equality and racial equality. If your company is shit, even if it's run by minorities, we're gonna destroy it. Okay? Like, this isn't coming from a racial place. This is coming from a you fucking suck place.
Bigots! It couldn't be that Sweet Baby Inc. literally was involved with, I don't know, 3 or 4 failed games that people hated. Couldn't.
Dude, all these games were complete trash. It's because they're racist. They hate black people. Yeah, they hate black people. That's why Forespoken and Suicide Squad ended up doing poorly, because black people worked on the game.
Be that. No, everybody's just a racist.
These people think companies of narrative designs that freelance on projects has somehow single-handedly caused the unemployment collapse in gaming instead of, you know, the insane notion of infinite growth or capitalist greed. It's easier to blame diversity than that's
if you start a gaming company, you are doing it for capitalist greed 99% of the time. Okay? I hate when people always, they treat their own line of work like it's a passion project thought child, and that's why they're making it, where everyone else in the world is fueled by capitalist greed. Dude, it takes a lot of work to make a company. A lot of work. And people that do it are doing it because they see the big payout at the end. Okay? A very, very few things are purely run on passion and love. I think most things start as passion and love, but by the time they're actually making money, they are a capitalist grind set.
Somehow.
No, greed is definitely in the mix, but the reason why you even have a job is because of greed. So you should probably be thankful for greed, because if not for the greed of ESG, you wouldn't be here.
The other part of this, it doesn't matter if you tell them the truth. They think DEI just steps in and changes whole games, that creators are forced by some unseen hand, the government, BlackRock, I guess, as well as
it's the shadow government, guys. It's real.
DLC in general to make games more inclusive.
You now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of...
You know why he's announcing it? Not because they're getting jobs. He's announcing it because he wants to have credit for doing that. He's announcing it for clout. This is clout-driven. Clout-driven is money-driven. He's doing this for money. He's hiring diverse people for money. That's what he's doing.
your compensation could be impacted, okay?
We're doing the same thing.
And so it's just, you have
It's
to...
always the white guy that owns the company that hires diverse people and tries to get credit for being an awesome guy. Like, dude, I feel like I've seen that narrative every single week. Like, bro, no one's buying this shit, okay? What are you doing?
Forced behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender...
Like, does he really think that hiring a black person just because they're black, not necessarily because they're, you know, their prerequisites are proper for the job, if the game flops, who do you think is gonna get hate? Who do you think is gonna get fired? The diverse person you're hiring. The number one priority should be hiring people that are competent. Now, once you're hiring people that are competent, you can hire whoever the fuck you want, because they're competent.
Or race, or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities. And we're going to have to force change.
This is like...
We're going to have to force change. Well, that sounds good. That sounds like a good future.
Type of tweet you hear from a woman.
Fighting misinformation would be great, but social media plus YouTube is not equipped to hold people accountable for doing real research in good faith.
Sweet Baby Inc. is literally trying to silence someone that made a thread that they didn't like them. They made a thread not liking Sweet Baby Inc. and the games they worked with, and they literally tried to take extra legal measures to get people to go harass and report that thread to get this person banned from his 13-year-old Steam account. What is that? You think that's good faith? You think that's good faith?
Blah, 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 blah.
Get out of here with that. People did research, looked at you, you kind of suck. That's the long and the short of it. They need to be held accountable for having an opinion I find mean. That's how a woman thinks, not a dude.
For example, Steam does...
Bro, I'm going so hard. God damn it, bro. Oh my god, you're just... Oh my lord. God damn it.
Doesn't have guidelines for curators. As far as I could tell... This would prevent someone from starting a curation group that focuses on, say, Sweet Baby Inc. and warns people not to buy games they're associated with.
This was seen by over 500,000 people. Basically, Felix came in trying to stop a fire by throwing gasoline on it in a room full of lacquer paints and blew the house
he
away.
Doesn't stop!
What? I am angry at the fact that
Why do people make these threads? Do they think they're accomplishing anything? You know, this Felix person didn't sleep, okay, for 6 months, or because he's because like the crazy cancellation attempts that are going to be going on right now and the harassment that they're going to be getting, okay?
They get to use a tool that should be for building communities to simply spread information fueled by racism and other social media sites. Like, it's such an inherently difficult part of social media side.
But they did build a community. The community just doesn't like what you do. That isn't racism. You're like,
wow, your game is shit. Well, you're a racist.
Why do progressives always scream something's racism if a majority of people say it sucks? The Sweet Baby detector doesn't appear to be breaking any community guidelines. But, you know, that never stopped a progressive from screaming they were being targeted anyway. Long and short...
God damn it, this guy Gundam is no chill. Holy shit.
Short of it is, Felix then starts to fight with people on Twitter all goddamn day like a schoolgirl with no life and a love for Harry Styles. So we're just moving on. Grums then comes back and points out a long-forgotten accusation. Felix here was helping Zoe Quinn DDoS attack a charity event in 2014.
Man, I wish we could do research properly and we wouldn't be silencing people. God, I wish everything would be going normally without any misinformation going on. Meanwhile, they literally DDoSed a charity event.
Here's Sweet Baby Inc.'s employee, Lego Butts, admitting to illegally DDoS attacking a charity event that was trying to promote women indie devs. So this is who Sweet Baby Inc. hires.
So there's history between Grums and Felix.
By the way, this account, Lego Butts, is the biggest of the cancel pigs, was Zoe Quinn's PR person and tried and failed to cancel me many times. I'm not surprised it ended up at Sweet Baby Inc. Lego Butts sat on Twitter for months and worked to get a lot of people banned from Twitter or
their jobs.
Dude, I love when people try to get people banned from Twitter. DDoSing is overloading a server and crashing it from the outside by sending in too many requests. It's illegal. I think it's a felony.
This explains how this person sits there and fights with people all day over this dumb shit. Now, if you look it up, you will find a 10-year-old post on Reddit, damn near to the day. I'll try to make this fast.
The fine young capitalists in the media of blackout. They're running a charity with the goal of encouraging women to join the gaming industry and produce games and donating to charity. They have taken ideas from women about cool games they'd like to make, yada yada yada. They also somehow managed to receive thousands of dollars donated to them from 4chan. I repeat that. A charity event promoting women in the gaming industry had received thousands of dollars from 4chan.
I'm so confused. Why is everyone losing their mind over this? Like, this just seems like a pretty awesome thing. Because they call themselves capitalists?
28th, they were doxxed, they were banned from Twitter, and their servers were hit with
Why did everyone go so crazy over this? I don't understand.
DDoS attacks. They still tried to push forward, despite losing $10,000.
Long story short, they're over now and they're banned. Here is the quote, February 28th of 2014. Lego butts. Oops, we DDoS something on accident. Additionally, Quinn said a few minutes later, I like how the conversation between me and Lego butts resulted in accidentally killing an exploitative startup's website. This small piece of Gamergate nostalgia was like reading a section of Homer's The Iliad. If you want to know more, you can look it up yourself and go through this Bible of garbage.
I'm like actually upset. Dude, they just DDoS someone they didn't like? It was literally indie female devs. Like, what the hell do you have against that? That's awesome, huh?
It's clear our boy, they, them, pronoun Felix was involved in Gamergate goofiness, which explains why they appear to be terminally online with no clear idea what harassment or racism is. The more damning evidence has clearly been scrubbed off the internet or lost in the sands of time, other than a few tweets of Felix simping for Quinn. There's also a screen cap where they doxed the charity planners.
What the fuck? These people are insane.
Facebook page, the link is now gone. Zoe Quinn did address the accusations of DDoS attacking their site.
DDoSers, doxers, and then they just sit here and grandstand and judge people about not liking video games from the Sweet Baby company. What the hell is wrong with you?
On a Tumblr post that is now lost with the sands of time. But
I'm like actually mad.
Here's a copy pasta, because apparently people in 2014 didn't know what the hell a screen cap was. And I'm not reading all of this. Frankly, I wouldn't trust a damn word Zoe Quinn has to say when she put up a GoFundMe for a video game that was never released.
What the hell? Oh my god, it just keeps getting laid on thicker and thicker. Trying to cancel somebody, okay? Meanwhile, they DDoS people. This is a scam, by the way. I'm just saying this is a scam. If you put up a GoFundMe for a video game, you have to fucking make the video game. You can't just walk away with the money and be like, oh, it didn't work out.
Using Tinder in Japan looking to get laid, as people sent her messages wondering where their money went. Much like the events of the young capitalist being destroyed and no video game outlet covering it, Zoe Quinn's missing video game has never been talked about on any major video game publication.
That's actually a scam!
Makes you think, doesn't it? My take on Felix? I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw them. It's clear as day that they were involved in Gamergate bullshit. As of now, the Sweet Baby Inc. detector has over 40k followers in a day. Keep it up. These people need to learn. You work for us, and you—
That's insane. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that. That's wild. What an insane story. You got this person, all right, just sitting here preaching, you know, diversity and important things and you know, people not being treated poorly and all that stuff. And you're like, wow, damn, you know, you're like, I agree we shouldn't be racist. You know what? I agree we shouldn't even be sexist. Wow, that sounded wrong. And then they come out being doxers, swatter, DDoSers, scammers, and you're like, oh, well, good. This is the person that's morally grandstanding that we should be getting all of our social cues from. I don't know, bro. I think the most powerful thing that social media has is the power of freedom of speech and awareness. And the fact that people are trying to, if someone's trying to silence you, then you're doing a goddamn good job. You're doing a good job as a human being on the internet. What a fucking ride. Holy shit. Well, bye, Sweet Baby Inc. You ain't surviving this, because in a world of social media, PR is everything. And you just took a huge L. No one will ever work with you again. Fuck. Stay weird, fam. If you made it to the end, click one of these two videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam.